Lesson 7-2, solving two-step equations. And in this lesson, you learn to solve equations that involve more than one operation. Why is it important? Because using two-step equations can help you change temperatures from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Let's take a look at this example in consumerism. At Carpet World, we will not be undersold. Get 18 square yards of the best stain-resistant carpet installed for just $300, $305.89. That includes the $54 installation charge. Hurry in. At this price, the carpet will not last. So the Jackson family is comparing prices at different carpet stores. Most of the carpet stores price carpet by the square yard. What price should the Jacksons use to compare the price of 1 square yard of carpet at Carpet World to the prices at other stores? And you will solve this problem in exercise number 36. So this is a good example of a two-step equation. Okay, and let's learn the concept. To solve this problem, you will use the equation 54 plus 18p equals 305.89. Some equations like this one contain more than one operation. To solve an equation with more than one operation, use the work backwards strategy and undo each operation. And we learned the work backwards strategy in the last lesson. Okay? So let's solve each equation and check your solution. C over 4 minus 19 equals 17. Okay, so we want to solve for the variable in this case. And if you notice, when you talk about our order of operations goes when you multiplication, wait, wrong color. Multiplication, division, before addition or subtraction, and we undo that from left to right. And this is the order of operations. Okay? So in trying to solve two-step equations, we kind of do this backward. Now instead of multiplication, division, and before addition and subtraction, when we're solving equations now, okay? So when we're solving equations, we do the opposite. So we undo subtraction and addition, okay, before we do multiplication and division, okay, and we undo that, okay. Sorry, this is not undo, this means left to right. Let me rewrite that. Left to right. Okay, so when you're solving equations, instead of MDAS, you do SAMD. You undo subtraction and addition before you undo multiplication and division. And let's see how this works for this particular problem. So we C over 4 minus 19. Since we want to undo subtraction first, we need to undo negative 19. And in order to undo negative 19, we simply add 19 to both sides. Okay, if you add 19 to both sides, we undo negative 19, so we end up with C over 4 equals 36. So we undid subtraction first, and then C over 4 is a division operation, so we undo 4 by using the inverse operation. So the inverse operation of division is multiplication. So we multiply both sides by 4. Okay, so multiplying both sides by 4 cancels out 4, and you'll end up with C equals 144. And if we want to check our answer, we simply substitute 144 to the original equation. Okay, and 144 over 4 minus 19, is it equal to 17? Yes, it will. Okay, so in our check, if you notice, we are doing now the order of operations, multiply and divide before we add or subtract. Okay, so the solution is 144. Let's take a look at the letter B. Negative 3n plus 8 equals negative 7. We want to solve for 8. So in trying to solve not 8. Did I say 8? We want to solve for n. So in order to solve for n, we need to undo positive 8. That means we need to subtract, okay, both sides by, there we go, both sides by 8. So subtracting both sides by 8 leaves us with negative 3n equals negative 15. Okay, so we have negative 3 times n. It's a multiplication operation. To be able to undo multiplication, we divide both sides by negative 3, and then you end up with n equals 5. Checking our answer, if it's correct or not, we simply substitute the value of n to our original equation, and then we follow the original the order of operations. Okay, negative 3 times 5 plus 8, is it equal to 7? Negative 15 plus 8, is it equal to 7? Yes, it is. So the solution is 5. Okay, then that's how you solve two-step equations. Again, if you notice, there are two steps. Step number 1, right here, when you subtract both sides by when you subtract both sides by 8, and then step number 2, when you divide both sides by negative 3. Okay, let's take a look at this example. In chapter 3, you learned that the formula is an algebraic expression that can be used to show the relationship among certain quantities. Some formulas involve more than one operation. You can use the work backwards strategy to solve problems involving formulas. Okay, let's take a look at example number 2. The area A of a trapezoid can be found by multiplying the height and 1/2 the sum of the lengths of the bases b sub 1 and b sub 2. The formula is A equals 1/2 times the height times the quantity b sub 1 plus b sub 2, close quantity. Okay, so the area of the trapezoid at the right, this trapezoid right here, okay, is 32 square inches. The trapezoid is 4 inches high, and the length of one of the bases is 9 inches. What is the length of the other base? Okay, so let's write the formula here. Area equals 1/2 times height times b sub 1, times the quantity b sub 1 plus b sub 2, close quantity. And the first thing we need to do is substitute the values that we know. We know area to be 32 square inches. We know our height, okay, 4 inches, because it says 4 inches high. And we know one of the bases to be 9 inches. Okay, so let's substitute the values. You now have 32 equals 1/2 times 4 times b sub 1 plus 9. Okay, so replace A with 32, H with 4, and b sub 2 with 9. Now, can b sub 2 b sub 1 be equal to 9, and we're looking for b sub 2? Yes, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's simplify our equation. 32 equals 1/2 times 4 is 2 times b sub 1, quantity b sub 1 plus 9. And then we want to solve for b sub 1, so we need to undo 2. And remember, 2 times the quantity b sub 1 plus 9 is a multiplication operation. So to be able to undo multiplication, we need to divide both sides by 2. And that's exactly what happens. Divide both sides by 2, you end up with 16 equals b sub 1 plus 9. And then we simply solve for b sub 1 by subtracting both sides by 9 to undo positive 9. So to undo the addition, we subtract 9, and then we end up with b sub 1 equals 7. So this is now the value of b sub 1. So the second base is 7 inches long. And to be able to check our solution, we simply substitute the value of 7 to the original equation with all the given values of the other variables. And you will notice when you check it that the answer would be correct. The secret word for this particular lesson would be octagon. Secret word is octagon. Okay, thank you for watching.